Hi everyone, and welcome to your ultimate guide to the 50 best things to do in Japan, one of the most fascinating travel destinations in the world. Japan is a country where ancient traditions blend beautifully with modern innovation. From historic temples and peaceful gardens to neon-lit cities and world-famous cuisine, Japan offers travelers an incredible variety of experiences. Visitors can explore centuries-old shrines, walk through bamboo forests, relax in natural hot springs, climb sacred mountains, and discover vibrant street markets filled with delicious food. Every region of Japan offers something unique, from the cultural treasures of Kyoto and the futuristic skyline of Tokyo to the natural beauty of Hokkaido and Okinawa. Whether you're a history lover, food enthusiast, nature explorer, or city adventurer, Japan provides unforgettable experiences that capture the heart of every traveler. Let's begin exploring the 50 best things to do in Japan. 1. Visit the Sensoji Temple in Tokyo. Sensoji Temple is one of the oldest and most famous temples in Japan, and a must-visit attraction for anyone traveling to Tokyo. Located in the historic district of Asakusa, this Buddhist temple dates back to the 7th century and attracts millions of visitors every year. As visitors approach the temple, they pass through the impressive Kaminarimon Gate with its massive red lantern, one of Tokyo's most iconic landmarks. Beyond the gate lies Nakami Street, a lively shopping street filled with stalls selling traditional snacks, souvenirs, and handcrafted goods. Walking toward the temple feels like stepping back in time as the scent of incense fills the air, and visitors cleanse their hands at the purification fountain before entering the main hall. The temple grounds also include a beautiful pagoda and small shrines that add to the spiritual atmosphere. 2. Walk through the bamboo grove in Arashiyama. One of the most magical places in Japan is the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove in Kyoto. This famous path is surrounded by towering bamboo stalks that stretch high into the sky, creating a peaceful and otherworldly atmosphere. As visitors walk along the winding path, sunlight filters through the bamboo leaves above, and the gentle sound of bamboo swaying in the wind creates a calming, natural melody. The grove is particularly beautiful in the early morning, when the crowds are smaller, and the soft light enhances the natural beauty of the forest. Nearby attractions such as the Tenryuji Temple and the Katsura River make the area even more enjoyable to explore. 3. Experience the Shibuya Crossing. Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo is often described as the busiest pedestrian crossing in the world and represents the energetic spirit of modern Japan. Located in front of Shibuya Station, this famous intersection sees thousands of people crossing the street at the same time whenever the traffic lights change. Watching the crowds move in every direction while surrounded by giant digital billboards, neon lights, and bustling city life is an unforgettable experience. Many visitors enjoy viewing the crossing from above at nearby cafes or observation decks where they can watch the organized chaos unfold below. 4. Visit the Fushimi Inari Shrine. The Fushimi Inari Taisha Shrine in Kyoto is famous for its thousands of bright red torii gates that create a winding pathway through the forested hills of Mount Inari. These gates have been donated by individuals and businesses over centuries as offerings to the Shinto god of rice and prosperity. Walking through the seemingly endless tunnel of torii gates creates a mesmerizing visual experience that is unlike anywhere else in the world. The trail continues up the mountain with smaller shrines, statues, and scenic viewpoints along the way, making the hike both spiritual and scenic. 5. Explore Osaka Castle. Osaka Castle is one of Japan's most important historical landmarks and a symbol of the country's feudal past. Originally built in the late 16th century by the powerful warlord Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the castle played a major role in the unification of Japan. Today, the castle has been beautifully reconstructed and houses a museum that explains the history of the samurai era and the battles that shaped the nation. Visitors can climb to the top floor for panoramic views of Osaka's modern skyline while learning about the dramatic events that took place here centuries ago. 6. Relax in an onsen hot spring. One of the most relaxing cultural experiences in Japan is visiting an onsen, a natural hot spring bath. Japan's volcanic landscape produces thousands of hot springs throughout the country, many located in scenic mountain regions. Towns such as Hakone, Beppu, and Kusatsu are famous for their onsen resorts, where visitors can soak in mineral-rich waters believed to have healing properties. Traditional onsen baths often overlook beautiful landscapes such as forests, rivers, or mountains, creating a peaceful environment where visitors can unwind and experience an important part of Japanese culture. 7. Visit the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park. Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park is one of the most powerful and meaningful places in Japan. The park was built to commemorate the victims of the atomic bombing in 1945 and serves as a symbol of hope for a peaceful future. Visitors can walk through the park to see memorials, monuments, and the famous atomic bomb dome, which remains preserved as a reminder of the destruction caused by nuclear weapons. The nearby Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum provides a deeper understanding of the events and emphasizes the importance of global peace. 8. See the floating torii gate of Miyajima. The island of Miyajima near Hiroshima is home to the famous Itsukushima Shrine, known for its iconic floating torii gate. During high tide, the gate appears to rise directly from the water, creating one of the most recognizable views in Japan. The shrine itself is built on wooden stilts above the sea and features elegant walkways and traditional architecture. Visitors can walk along the island's streets, interact with friendly deer that roam freely, and enjoy views of the Seto Inland Sea. 9. Climb Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is Japan's most famous natural landmark and the highest mountain in the country. This perfectly shaped volcanic peak has long been considered sacred and is an important symbol of Japan's cultural identity. During the official climbing season in summer, thousands of hikers attempt to reach the summit to watch the sunrise from above the clouds, an experience known as Goraiko. Even for those who do not climb the mountain, viewing Mount Fuji from nearby lakes or scenic viewpoints is an unforgettable sight. 10. Discover Kyoto's Golden Pavilion. The Kinkakuji Temple, also known as the Golden Pavilion, is one of Kyoto's most stunning landmarks. The temple is covered in brilliant gold leaf and reflects beautifully in the surrounding pond, creating a breathtaking view. Originally built as a retirement villa for a shogun in the 14th century, the building was later converted into a Zen Buddhist temple. Visitors walking through the surrounding garden paths can admire the peaceful setting and carefully designed landscape that perfectly frames the golden structure. 11. Explore the historic streets of Gion. The Gion district in Kyoto is famous for its traditional wooden houses, tea houses, and geisha culture. Walking through the narrow streets of Gion feels like stepping into another era of Japanese history. Visitors may even catch a glimpse of a geisha or maiko, apprentice geisha, on their way to evening appointments. The area is especially beautiful at night when lanterns illuminate the streets, and traditional restaurants serve Kyoto's famous kaiseki cuisine. 12. Visit Nara's Deer Park. Nara Park is home to hundreds of friendly deer that roam freely throughout the park grounds. In Japanese culture, deer are considered sacred messengers of the gods, and visitors can purchase special crackers to feed them. The park also contains several historic temples, including Todaiji, which houses the Great Buddha statue, one of the largest bronze Buddha statues in the world. 13. Experience Tokyo's Akihabara district. Akihabara is Tokyo's famous electronics and anime district, attracting visitors interested in gaming, technology, and Japanese pop culture. The streets are filled with electronics stores, manga shops, themed cafes, and colorful displays of anime characters. Fans of Japanese animation and video games will find endless entertainment exploring the vibrant shops and arcades. 14. Walk through the torii gates of Hakone Shrine. Hakone Shrine sits on the shores of Lake Ashi and is famous for its red torii gate that stands partially in the water. Surrounded by forests and misty mountains, the shrine offers a peaceful atmosphere where visitors can experience traditional Shinto culture. The nearby lake also provides spectacular views of Mount Fuji on clear days. 15. Visit Himeji Castle. Himeji Castle is considered the most beautiful castle in Japan and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Known as the White Heron Castle because of its elegant white walls, the castle is one of the few original castles that survived centuries of wars and natural disasters. Visitors can explore its wooden corridors and defensive towers while learning about samurai history. 16. Explore the snow monkeys of Jigokudani. In Nagano Prefecture, visitors can observe wild Japanese macaques relaxing in natural hot springs at Jigokudani Monkey Park. These snow monkeys are famous for bathing in warm water during winter while surrounded by snowy landscapes, creating one of the most unique wildlife experiences in Japan. 17. Visit the Sapporo Snow Festival. Every winter, the city of Sapporo hosts the famous Sapporo Snow Festival, where enormous sculptures made of snow and ice fill the city parks. Artists from around the world create massive statues of famous buildings, characters, and cultural symbols. The festival attracts millions of visitors and transforms the city into a magical winter wonderland. 18. Walk through Tokyo's historic Meiji Shrine. The Meiji Shrine in Tokyo is one of the most peaceful and culturally significant places to visit in Japan. Located in the middle of a large forested park near the busy districts of Harajuku and Shibuya, this Shinto shrine is dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokin. Visitors enter the shrine through massive wooden torii gates that mark the transition from the bustling city to a calm, spiritual environment. The pathway leading to the shrine is surrounded by tall trees, creating a tranquil atmosphere where the sounds of the city fade away. At the shrine courtyard, visitors can observe traditional rituals, write wishes on wooden plaques called ima, and watch weddings or ceremonies that sometimes take place at the site. 19. Discover the historic market streets of Nishiki. The Nishiki market in Kyoto is often called Kyoto's Kitchen and is one of the best places to experience Japanese street food and local culture. This long-covered market street stretches for several blocks and is packed with small shops selling fresh seafood, pickled vegetables, sweets, and traditional Japanese ingredients. Visitors walking through the market can sample local specialties such as grilled seafood, mochi desserts, and matcha-flavored treats. Many stalls have been operated by the same families for generations, giving the market a strong sense of tradition and authenticity. 20. Explore the scenic coastal views of Okinawa. The island of Okinawa offers a completely different side of Japan with its tropical climate, crystal clear waters, and relaxed island atmosphere. Located far south of the main Japanese islands, Okinawa is famous for its beautiful beaches, coral reefs, and vibrant marine life. Visitors can enjoy snorkeling, diving, and boat tours that reveal the colorful underwater world surrounding the island. The island also has a rich Ryukyuan culture with historic castles such as Shuri Castle and unique cuisine that reflects influences from China and Southeast Asia. 21. Visit the traditional village of Shirakawa-go. Shirakawa-go is a UNESCO World Heritage Village located in the Japanese Alps and is famous for its traditional farmhouses with steep thatched roofs known as gashozukuri. These unique houses were designed to withstand heavy snowfall during winter. Walking through the village feels like traveling back in time, with wooden houses, rice fields, and mountain scenery surrounding the settlement. During winter, the village becomes especially magical when the houses are illuminated at night while covered in snow. 22. Discover the historic samurai district of Kanazawa. Kanazawa is one of Japan's best-preserved historical cities and is famous for its samurai heritage and traditional architecture. The Nagamachi Samurai District features narrow streets lined with historic houses where samurai families once lived. Some of these residences have been preserved as museums where visitors can explore traditional gardens, tatami rooms, and displays of samurai armor and weapons. Walking through the district provides a fascinating look into the lifestyle and culture of Japan's warrior class during the feudal period. 23. Walk through the famous Torii Gate Path of Nikko. Nikko is a beautiful mountain town north of Tokyo known for its elaborate shrines and temples surrounded by forests. One of the most famous landmarks is the Toshogu Shrine, a UNESCO World Heritage Site dedicated to Tokugawa Ieyasu, the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate. The shrine complex is filled with colorful carvings, gold decorations, and intricate architectural details that reflect the artistic achievements of the Edo period. Visitors walk through stone pathways and torii gates while exploring one of the most ornate religious sites in Japan. 24. Experience the bustling food streets of Osaka. Osaka is widely known as the food capital of Japan, and the lively district of Dotonbori perfectly represents the city's culinary culture. The streets are filled with bright neon signs, giant restaurant displays, and countless food stalls offering local specialties. Visitors can taste famous Osaka dishes such as takoyaki, which are grilled octopus balls, and okonomiyaki, a savory pancake filled with vegetables and meat. The energetic atmosphere and delicious food make Dotonbori one of the most exciting places to visit in Japan. 25. Explore the scenic mountain temples of Koyasan. Mount Koya, also known as Koyasan, is a sacred mountain that serves as the headquarters of Shingon Buddhism in Japan. The area contains more than 100 temples surrounded by peaceful forests. Visitors can stay overnight in temple lodgings where they experience traditional vegetarian meals and participate in morning meditation ceremonies. The nearby Okinawa Cemetery is one of the most atmospheric places in Japan, with thousands of moss-covered gravestones lining pathways through the forest. 26. Visit the colorful flower fields of Furano. The town of Furano in Hokkaido is famous for its breathtaking flower fields that bloom during the summer months. Vast landscapes are covered with vibrant rows of lavender, sunflowers, and other colorful flowers that create a spectacular display against the backdrop of mountains. The most famous location is Farm Tomita, where visitors can walk through fragrant lavender fields and enjoy lavender-flavored ice cream and sweets. 27. Ride the scenic bullet trains across Japan. Japan's Shinkansen, also known as bullet trains, are among the fastest and most efficient trains in the world. Traveling by Shinkansen allows visitors to experience the country's modern technology while enjoying views of cities, mountains, and countryside landscapes. The trains are known for their punctuality, comfort, and smooth ride. Riding the bullet train between major cities such as Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka is an unforgettable travel experience. 28. Visit the floating torii gate of Lake Ashi. Lake Ashi in Hakone offers one of the most iconic views in Japan, with its red torii gate standing in the water near Hakone Shrine. Visitors can take scenic boat cruises across the lake while enjoying views of Mount Fuji in the distance. The surrounding mountains, forests, and hot spring resorts make Hakone one of the most popular getaway destinations near Tokyo. 29. Walk through the historic merchant streets of Takayama. Takayama is a beautifully preserved town in the Japanese Alps, known for its Edo period architecture and traditional merchant houses. The Sanmachi Suji district features narrow streets lined with wooden buildings, sack breweries, and local craft shops. Visitors can sample regional sake, browse handmade souvenirs, and enjoy traditional Japanese sweets while exploring the historic town. 30. Visit the famous cherry blossom parks of Ueno. Ueno Park in Tokyo is one of the best places in Japan to experience the beauty of cherry blossom season. Each spring, thousands of cherry trees bloom across the park, creating a stunning pink canopy above the pathways. Locals and tourists gather for picnics beneath the blossoms in a tradition known as hanami. The park also contains museums, temples, and a zoo, making it a major cultural center in Tokyo. 31. Explore the colorful shopping streets of Harajuku. Harajuku is one of Tokyo's most fashionable districts and is known for its unique youth culture and creative street style. Takeshita Street is filled with trendy boutiques, themed cafes, and shops selling colorful clothing and accessories. Visitors walking through the street will see a variety of creative fashion styles that reflect the playful and experimental spirit of Japanese youth culture. 32. Discover the historic port town of Nagasaki. Nagasaki is a historic port city that played an important role in Japan's international trade during the Edo period. The city's architecture and culture reflect influences from Europe and China. Visitors can explore landmarks such as the Peace Park, Dejima Trading Post, and the scenic harbor area. The city's history and multicultural heritage make it a fascinating destination. 33. Visit the traditional gardens of Kenroku-en. Kenroku-en Garden in Kanazawa is considered one of the 3 most beautiful landscape gardens in Japan. The garden features ponds, bridges, stone lanterns, and carefully designed landscapes that change with the seasons. Visitors can walk through peaceful pathways while admiring cherry blossoms in spring, lush greenery in summer, colorful leaves in autumn, and snow-covered trees in winter. 34. Experience the historic Lantern Festival of Nagasaki. The Nagasaki Lantern Festival is one of the most colorful celebrations in Japan. Held every winter, the festival fills the streets of Nagasaki with thousands of glowing lanterns and decorative displays inspired by Chinese traditions. Visitors can watch cultural performances, enjoy traditional food stalls, and admire the vibrant lanterns illuminating the city at night. 35. Explore the scenic forest trails of Yakushima. Yakushima is a breathtaking island located south of Kyushu and is famous for its ancient cedar forests, misty mountains, and rich biodiversity. The island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and inspired the magical landscapes seen in Japanese animated films. Visitors can hike through dense forests, where some cedar trees are thousands of years old, including the famous Jomon Sugi tree. The island's trails lead through moss-covered rocks, waterfalls, and clear mountain streams, creating an atmosphere that feels almost mystical. Yakushima's untouched nature makes it one of the most beautiful hiking destinations in Japan. 36. Visit the colorful Carp Streamers Festival in Japan. Every year in early May, Japan celebrates Children's Day with colorful carp streamers known as koinobori flying in the wind. These decorative fish-shaped flags symbolize strength and perseverance, inspired by a legend of carp swimming upstream. Cities and towns across Japan display hundreds of these streamers along rivers, parks, and public spaces. The sight of vibrant carp banners dancing in the sky creates a joyful and festive atmosphere that celebrates the hopes and dreams of children. 37. Walk through the historic temple paths of Kamakura. Kamakura is a historic coastal city south of Tokyo that served as Japan's political center during the Kamakura shogunate. The city is famous for its numerous temples, shrines, and scenic walking trails connecting them. One of the most famous attractions is the Great Buddha of Kamakura, a massive bronze statue that has stood for more than 700 years. Visitors can explore quiet temple gardens, bamboo groves, and hiking paths that pass through forested hills between the temples. 38. Explore the spectacular sand dunes of Totori. The Totori sand dunes are one of the most unusual landscapes in Japan. Located along the coast of the Sea of Japan, these massive dunes stretch for miles and resemble desert scenery rarely found in the country. Visitors can climb the dunes to enjoy panoramic ocean views, ride camels across the sand, or try sandboarding down the slopes. The nearby Sand Museum features impressive sculptures carved entirely from sand by artists from around the world. 39. Visit the famous floating shrine of Itsukushima. The Itsukushima Shrine on Miyajima Island is one of Japan's most iconic religious sites. Built over the water on wooden stilts, the shrine appears to float during high tide, when the surrounding sea rises beneath the walkways. The bright red torii gate standing in the water creates one of the most recognizable views in Japan. Visitors can walk through the shrine complex, explore the island's small streets, and hike up Mount Misen for spectacular views of the Seto Inland Sea. 40. Discover the traditional hot spring town of Kusatsu. Kusatsu Onsen is one of Japan's most famous hot spring towns and has been known for its healing waters for centuries. The town's centerpiece is the Yubatake, a large wooden structure where steaming hot spring water flows through channels to cool before reaching the baths. Visitors can enjoy relaxing hot spring baths, watch traditional water-stirring performances called yumomi, and walk through charming streets filled with local shops and restaurants. 41. Walk the historic pilgrimage route of Kumano-Kodo. The Kumano-Kodo is an ancient network of pilgrimage trails that wind through the mountains of the Kii Peninsula. For more than 1,000 years, pilgrims have walked these paths to visit sacred shrines hidden deep within the forests. Today, visitors can hike sections of the trail while experiencing peaceful landscapes, stone steps, and traditional villages along the route. The journey offers both a spiritual and scenic adventure through some of Japan's most beautiful countryside. 42. Experience the Winter Ice Festival of Lake Shikotsu. Lake Shikotsu in Hokkaido hosts a spectacular winter ice festival where enormous sculptures made of ice are illuminated with colorful lights. The sculptures are created using water from the lake, which freezes into unique shapes during the cold winter months. Visitors can walk through tunnels and structures made entirely of ice while enjoying the magical atmosphere created by glowing lights and snowy landscapes. 43. Visit the beautiful historic canal district of Otaru. Otaru is a charming port town in Hokkaido, known for its picturesque canal lined with old warehouses and stone buildings. The canal was once an important shipping route, but today it has become a romantic destination filled with cafes, shops, and museums. In the evening, the canal is illuminated by gas lamps that reflect on the water, creating a nostalgic atmosphere that feels like stepping into the past. 44. Explore the traditional tea houses of Uji City. Uji, located between Kyoto and Nara, is famous for producing some of the finest green tea in Japan. Visitors can explore historic tea houses where traditional tea ceremonies are performed and learn about the careful process of growing and preparing matcha tea. The city is also home to the beautiful Byodoin Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site featured on the Japanese 10-yen coin. 45. Walk through the colorful streets of Kobe Harbor. Kobe Harbor offers a beautiful waterfront area where modern architecture meets scenic sea views. Visitors can walk along the harbor promenade, explore shopping complexes, and admire landmarks such as the Kobe Port Tower and the Maritime Museum. The harbor area becomes especially vibrant at night when the buildings and Ferris wheel light up the waterfront. 46. Visit the famous autumn maple gardens of Kyoto. Kyoto is particularly famous during autumn, when its temple gardens are filled with brilliant red and orange maple leaves. Visitors travel from around the world to see these seasonal colors at temples such as Tofukuji, Eikando, and Kiyomizu-dera. Walking through these gardens during peak autumn foliage creates a breathtaking scene that highlights the beauty of Japanese landscape design. 47. Discover the traditional pottery town of Arita. Arita is a historic town in Kyushu known for producing some of Japan's most famous porcelain. The town has been a center of ceramic craftsmanship for more than 400 years. Visitors can explore pottery workshops, museums, and shops displaying beautifully crafted porcelain dishes and decorative items. Many artisans still use traditional techniques passed down through generations. 48. Experience the spectacular fireworks festivals of Japan. Summer in Japan is famous for its Hanabi festivals, where enormous fireworks displays light up the night sky over rivers and cities. Events such as the Sumida River Fireworks Festival in Tokyo attract thousands of spectators who gather along the riverbanks wearing traditional yukata clothing. The colorful explosions reflect on the water while food stalls and festive music create a lively celebration. 49. Explore the historic island shrines of Miyagi. Matsushima Bay in Miyagi Prefecture is considered one of the 3 most scenic views in Japan. The bay is filled with small pine-covered islands that create a stunning landscape. Visitors can take boat tours across the water or explore temples such as Zuiganji and Godaido that overlook the bay. The combination of sea views, historic temples, and peaceful islands makes Matsushima a memorable destination. 50. Walk through the beautiful gardens of Okayama Korakuen. Korakuen Garden in Okayama is one of the most celebrated traditional landscape gardens in Japan. Designed in the 17th century, the garden features large lawns, ponds, tea houses, and carefully arranged trees that create picturesque views from every angle. Visitors walking through the garden can enjoy seasonal scenery such as cherry blossoms in spring, lotus flowers in summer, and colorful foliage in autumn. The nearby Okayama Castle adds to the historical beauty of the area.